This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by ShireExchange.com.
Extreme. Let's say that we should freeze government spending at 2011 levels forever. Well, what would happen? Well, costs go up. In the real world, things cost more over time.
Oh, I'm glad that you brought up inflation. So you're telling me that you're against the federal government's imposition of inflation on the states, which it's been doing ever since it was existing?
No, it's the free market.
It's the free market is the source of inflation?
Yes, it is.
Hold on. You put words in her mouth. Yeah. If I paid $2 for a gallon of gas a year ago, and now I pay $4, are you arguing the federal government's responsible for that?
Largely.
No, they're not.
An ounce of silver will get you the same amount of gas it got you in 1969.
Why is the government continuing to subsidize the oil companies when they're
do you know how inflation is even? Do you know how monetary inflation is defined? Do you have a clear definition of monetary inflation?
Well, what I'm arguing is that if what I'm hearing from you, then you would say that we could live on 2011 spending levels in perpetuity, which is simply not true. That ignores the reality of the free market.
Well, you seem to be ignoring the federal government's role in imposing inflation on the people.
I don't agree with you.
You're saying the federal government is not the source of inflation?
That the government
solely?
imposes
Is that what you're saying?
inflation on
the primary. Are they the primary source?
And who's the other primary source of inflation?
I wouldn't be able to name one.
Wall Street, corporations.
You mean the other side of the federal coin?
The free market, the capitalist.
Then they're all the same. You know, Washington, Wall Street is the same thing to me.
Let's call it a night. It's not
all right. I appreciate both of your willingness to answer questions. It'll take a few weeks for all of this material I got today to spew out.
All right, well, we'll hear more from that gentleman later, but I don't want to lose sight of a fact that is easy to forget. Democrats are sometimes right. Even when they're not right, they can be helpful in raising red flags. Some of you viewers gripe at me for not interrupting them more often when I interview them. But the reality is, we should be listening to them. One concern that came up during this meeting, which does worry me too, has to do with water testing. See the video description for details, but basically, a state water testing bureaucracy is being defunded, and as a result, shellfish farmers are worried they will not be able to sell their product. If I understand correctly, this is the fault of the federal government, which forces them to use some sort of state testing. Or does it? Would a private certification suffice of water quality in a shellfish area? I don't know, but it's a $300,000 budget savings, which allegedly will put shellfishermen out of business. Well, more accurately, it will enable the federal law to do so. Such is the concern and such is the argument. I hope this cut isn't going to have unintended consequences. Wouldn't it be nice if we had never let the feds take partial control of such a thing in the first place? Stay tuned for more Democrat concerns and outrageous sound bites. Sell yourself to the Shire. Become the hero of your own mythology. Attenuate your inner sanctum. And heed well the Celestina prophecy. ShireExchange.com